I chose Fasttraxx because I felt like that was the best possible place I could record with, getting not only the right type of sound that I was looking for, but the right environment. One thing with Bill over at Fasttraxx, he spends a lot of time with you. You know, one thing that I couldn't really get at home is kind of like the direction and the experience that I would get over at Fasttraxx. Just kind of with his like 20 years of experience and just his product knowledge of everything that's going on, just really helped me out in terms of the direction, in terms of making an album there in that studio versus making it in a home studio I wouldn't have been able to do. Since starting with Fasttraxx, we've grown a lot. I can see it in not only the sound recording that we've been doing, but just the writing style in general. One thing that I've learned is how to record in a recording studio. It's one thing with just writing songs and just putting stuff together that sounds good, but it's another thing in terms of putting music and making it kind of like an album. You don't really realize that until you get to the studio, so there was like a lot of growing pains that we had to go through. But I'd have to say from the time that we started to the time that we're finishing up right now, it's night and day difference. The difference for me between Fasttraxx and probably any other studio you guys might check out is Bill. Just getting a chance to work with that guy. He's just really down to earth. He really knows his shit. He just really keeps it real, and he's got kind of that like old school rock mentality. So if you're looking for someone that's kind of genuine and somebody that really knows what they're talking about, then I think Fasttraxx is like the right studio to go to.
For us working with Bill at Fasttraxx, he's helped us make our CD into a live sounding album, because we all love albums that, even everyone in our band, our favorite albums are the ones that sound as real and as live as possible. I think Bill, for us, helping us make that dream come true for our first EP. One of the best experiences we've ever had there probably has to be our vocals, being able to work on them, especially for me, and not having pieces cut up. We got to just do straight, like full takes on vocals 3 or 4 times, and then being able to do the best parts of those vocals and make it sound even more live. So when we play shows for our fans, that and they listen to our CD, they can actually imagine us still playing live through that album. We were so honored to have the opportunity to be able to work with Bill. He's a great engineer. He's actually helped us push us forward and gave us ideas that we never thought we'd been able to have before as a group and a band.
It was a good experience. It was good. It was easy. Cash-wise, they were really easy going as far as time length. I mean, you pay for your 8 to 12 hour block, however you want to do it. But they're very lenient. They, just depends on how things work out with everybody. Professional quality stuff. Bill has a really good, Bill's the man. They allow the band to set up in a nice sized room together. They get the comfortable feel of working together the same way you would at home doing your own original recording. And a lot of bands don't. A lot of bands that I know, our band included at one point, could not work with click tracks. You can't go into like a real deal professional studio and sit down one member at a time and play to a consistent beat to try and write your music. But at Fasttraxx, you get that home feel, just like jamming in your garage or wherever you play. You get to set up with your boys right there with you. Everybody's plugged in. The guys are on the other side of the glass room, right there, dialing you guys in, and it's you feel like you're really getting a professional experience, but yet you're still getting the originality of what you start with at home and doing everything like that.
Well, we work with artists such as Yuck Mouth a couple of times from the Loonies, and we work with Mac Dre on a couple of songs. We worked multiple songs with Messy Marv, a song with Spice One, and the only place that I felt good about getting a master was at Fasttraxx. I got the work done, we did it at home, took it into Bill's studio. Bill put that extra production behind it, and he made it what it is. I mean, he made it into something magical. I definitely learned there's not a bunch of sharks, that there are honest people in the music industry, and one thing about his studio is he gives you a level of comfort that you don't necessarily always get in other studios. You feel comfortable working with him, he does what he says he can do, and in the music industry, that's hard to find. There's a lot of people out there that don't come through on what they say they're going to come through on, and Bill does.